My name is Robert Sanchez, and I am the Superintendent of Hackensack Public Schools. It is my pleasure to present the Hackensack Public Schools budget for the 2021-2022 school year. There is a lot of information on the following slides, so this presentation will be made available on our website for your further review. This budget is focused on going back to backpacks. We are optimistic about 100% in-person instruction in September and leaving the remote world behind. However, we also know that the effects of this pandemic may linger, and we must continue with our efforts to keep the digital divide closed. With these goals in mind, we have created a budget that is centered on empowering students to achieve in a safe and secure learning environment, all while being fiscally responsible to the taxpayer. We are committed to supporting our wonderful educational staff that continues to perform admirably regardless of the circumstances. Their work with our scholars has truly been inspiring. As such, this year's budget includes numerous curriculum initiatives and technology and facility upgrades, which sends a message to our students and staff that they matter. We recently completed our strategic planning initiative and developed 5 goal areas, which are the cornerstones on which this budget is developed. Those goal areas are building, empowering, and engaging the community, state-of-the-art community-based schools, access to equity and inclusivity, educating the whole child, creating lifelong learners. As you will see, we are investing in our future while simultaneously instilling a love of lifelong learning and inquiry in an inclusive environment that values the diversity of our students and staff. Further, we will protect that investment through numerous facility upgrades. Throughout the rest of the presentation, you will hear more about these initiatives, and I am very proud to say that we are able to accomplish all of it with only a 1% increase to our taxpayers for the second year in a row. At Hackensack Public Schools, we understand that achieving our goals requires collaboration between teachers, parents, students, and the broader community. So we thank you for your continued support. Please enjoy the rest of the presentation, as we have a lot to be proud of.
Good evening. My name is Andrea Parchment, Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction. Next year, the district will continue year 2 of a rigorous English language arts reading focus that will include new libraries of books for students in every teacher's classroom from kindergarten to grade 4. In addition, the Amplify Science program has been extended for kindergarten through 3rd grade. Finally, because we want to be prepared to assess students' learning when they return to determine how well we are meeting the expectations of the state, we have invested in Linkit for the 2nd year. Linkit provides comprehensive assessment technology for pre-kindergarten students through 12th grade. We believe in equipping all of our staff by providing professional development in a variety of areas. As equity is a major goal for the district, we will engage in a district-wide book study on rigorous, responsive, brain-based teaching. A team of teachers and administrators are registered to attend a Reimagining Schools Summer Institute so that they can bring back the knowledge and turnkey the information to our staff. We look forward to our Year 2 plans for our district equity team. We also have plans to provide professional development for a new cutting-edge course, Cyber Security, at the high school. Finally, we are investing in a major curriculum writing to comply with the New Jersey Student Learning Standards adoption for 2021-2022.
This is Dora Zeno, Interim School Business Administrator. We are still in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. How has the local, state, and federal allocations helped the Hackensack School District? Hackensack has already been allocated more than $6 million. Most of the county, state, and ESSER 1 allocation has been allocated to Phase 1 preparedness. This helped prepare us in the early stages of this pandemic. Funds were allocated towards PPE equipment such as masks, cleaning and sanitizing supplies, filter replacement, desk screens, etc. The preponderance of the next phase, ESSER 2, will upgrade most of our HVAC systems. Mr. Pemberton will speak to the planned district measures to help address learning loss and social emotional support systems. There is anticipated to be an ESSER 3. Rumor has it will likely be greater than any amounts received to date, but must be applied to a limited range of pandemic-related categories.
Good evening. My name is Darius Pemberton, and I am the Director of Special Services. Next year, we will be increasing our efforts with social emotional learning to ensure that we are educating the whole child. Our team of social workers paired with our Care Plus staff and resources will be used to service students, staff, and families in the Hackensack community. Our resources have been increased due to the increased risk factors associated with the pandemic.
Over the past year, we are aware that some of our students have had struggles both with mental health and loss of learning due to the pandemic. Therefore, we are providing resources over the summer and continuing into next school year to address the loss of learning and also to increase mental health supports for our students, staff, and families.
Building on educating the whole child, we are very excited to announce that our extended school year program will be in person this summer, also with a virtual option. Our theme is community service with a focus on wellness. Our students will begin the process of gardening, learning how to eat healthy, and provide these services to their community. Some of our students will be preparing for a partnership to earn a certificate degree as well as a diploma when they graduate high school. We are also excited to announce that our students will begin job sampling and structured learning experiences in our own community. There will also be electives offered this summer so we can ensure that our students are well-rounded and preparing for whatever their goals are.
We know that the pandemic put a halt to a lot of our activities, but we are proud to announce that on April 22nd, our students and staff learned about the earth and also planted shrubberies and flowers to celebrate Earth Day. Also, due to last year's class missing 6th grade camp, we are extending 6th grade camp to both 6th and 7th graders so those students do not miss out on the opportunity. Next, Mr. Shapiro will discuss sustainable schools in New Jersey.
Hi, I'm Adrian Shapiro, and I'm the District Technology Coordinator. I'm also the District Liaison for the Sustainable Schools Program. This past March, the District committed to participating in the Sustainable Jersey for Schools program, which encourages and recognizes schools and districts that implement sustainable practices in areas that include energy efficiency, waste reduction, environmentally friendly cleaning products and methods, and development of curriculum highlighting the importance of sustainability for our students. The program now also includes a digital learning component that replaces the Future Ready Schools initiative, which several of our schools achieved bronze and/or silver certification in previous years. That will also count towards both the Sustainable Jersey certification and the newly added Digital School STAR component. As part of the Sustainable Schools for Jersey program, each school is required to form a green team comprised of various stakeholders that include administration, teachers, students, parents, and could also include maintenance and food services staff as well as community organizations. The green team will assist with planning and implementing the school's sustainability goals. Some examples of focus areas, to name a few, are school gardens, outdoor classroom spaces, and recycling programs. Members of each team will also be part of a district-level green team. Moving on to technology, the district will continue to enhance its infrastructure to ensure teachers and students have access to the latest technology and resources. This includes replacing approximately 3,400 older Chromebooks in kindergarten through 8th grade, expanding or maintaining instructional applications that have become essential to instruction, especially during hybrid and remote learning, upgrading older smartboards and projectors, servers, and office desktops, and adding docking stations in each classroom for teacher laptops, something that we were fortunate to be able to implement for the first time this past year thanks to CARES funding. In addition, the district's aging fiber infrastructure will also be receiving a major overhaul utilizing federal E-rate funding, from which the district is eligible for 80% reimbursement for certain technology purchases and projects. This upgrade will provide the district with multiple connection points to each building for both increased network bandwidth and availability. E-rate funding is also being utilized to upgrade wireless access points at the middle school as part of a multi-year wireless enhancement project. The high school was completed this past year. Elementary Wi-Fi will be upgraded in summer 2022. Network security is also a major focus, especially in light of the recent increase in ransomware attacks targeting K-12 school districts. We will be upgrading and/or implementing a variety of security measures, such as requiring multi-factor authentication on all applications that offer it, and continue to educate users on how to avoid common email-related threats, by far the most popular attack vector for attackers.
We are excited about many capital projects and facility improvements that will not only make our schools safer and more energy efficient, but also beautify our school community. This slide, for example, depicts a sketch of our newly designed main entrance to Hackensack High School, which will soon be more welcoming and easier to find. It is always important to protect our investment by ensuring that we maintain our buildings. Here are a few examples of building maintenance that will make our buildings safer and enhance our appearance. Projects include locker replacements, science lab retrofitting, painting, stairway repairs, and new playground equipment. Creating spaces where all students can participate, learn, and thrive is paramount to what we do. Making our buildings ADA accessible is a step in the right direction to renewing our commitment to inclusivity. We are accomplishing this by adding elevators to Fairmont School and Jackson Avenue schools respectively. We are also renovating bathrooms at said schools, offering improved and modern spaces. This budget also includes window replacements at Hiller School to ensure that all classrooms have insulated and operable windows, making for a healthier school building. Finally, we are restoring the facade at Hackensack Middle School to maintain the exterior appearance of the building, but also to aid with water infiltration. These projects are a win for our school community.
This is Dora Zeno again. I get to speak about the budget details and tell you how the Hackensack community invests in the future of our students. As the screen says, in order to become the best, we need to provide the best. I will be reviewing a lot of numbers. Just remember, this presentation will be posted on the district website so that you have an opportunity to review the presentation in greater detail. So where do the revenues come from and how are these funds allocated? The next slide provides more detail. The total proposed budget for the 2021-2022 school year is $138,874,700. As you can see, the major portion of the budget, the $86,136,292, is raised from local tax levy. Other major revenue sources, in descending order, are state and extraordinary aid, which represents 22%. Sources of the remaining 16% are fund balances, other grants, and federal entitlements, such as Title I, II, IDA grants, and also tuition revenues. While this slide represents revenues, the next slide dissects the appropriations or expenditure side of our debit-credit scale. This slide speaks to allocations of various categories. Presented in descending order are the classifications. Instruction is what happens in the classroom, and this category also includes after-school related activities such as sports. The category of benefits includes health, pension contributions, workers' comp, and other insurances. As Mrs. Sanchez mentioned earlier, maintenance and facilities includes cleaning and routine upkeep. Student support services are child study team services such as speech, occupational, and physical therapy. Other categories such as charter school tuition, transportation, school administration, general and central administration are what are considered district-wide expenditures. I won't read all of these numbers to you, but as a reminder, this presentation will be available for future reference on the district's website. To break down the district's largest operating costs, this slide shows that of the $138 million budget, $86 million of it is attributable to salary and benefits for all staff. The following slide speaks to what you really want to know. That is, how much will it cost? But before we get there, this slide shows the stability of the school tax rate. It has remained relatively constant with a less than 5-cent fluctuation over the past 6 years. As an aside, 42% of taxes collected are derived from the city's commercial base, and the remaining 58% is from residents. And now you learned how much it will cost you. Are you ready? It is time to bring the budget picture across home plate. Can you tell I'm a baseball fan? What will it cost for an average home? Your taxes will decrease annually by $28.14. While that is a modest number, your property taxes will again be lower for several consecutive years in a row. I now turn it over to Dr. Kasmark, who will highlight some of the initiatives in our schools.
Hello, this is Lauren Kasmark, the Director of Curriculum. Our preschool program has been consistently expanding for the last 4 years, and for the 2021-22 school year, we will be offering tuition-free preschool to 201 Hackensack 4-year-olds. Some highlights from our elementary school budgets include the purchasing of resources to support learning acceleration in math and English language arts, creating libraries to support social-emotional development, and the designing of an outdoor classroom and garden space for our elementary and preschool students. At Hackensack Middle School, we are planning for a summer enrichment program and an expansion of club offerings. We are also excited to begin offering intramural sports at HMS, as well as creating a wellness center for students. Hackensack High School will continue expanding on a 3D printing initiative in our science courses, as well as enhancing the video technology throughout the school with a quality closely resembling that of cable TV networks. This concludes our presentation. The following slides display the colleges and universities to which our seniors have been accepted.